What's going on, guys? Seancutshair back with another video, and guys, I got something special for you. For those of you who don't know, I'm getting married in about 8 days. I want to run a special code for you guys. Instead of Seancutshair, we're gonna run a discount code, Sean Gets Married, and I'm gonna run 25% off the entire website until my wedding date, August 22nd. Guys, help me out, buy some merch, help me out with some honeymoon money. I'd appreciate it if you head over, of course, Seancutshair.com, 25% off if you use the code Sean Gets Married. But anyways, guys, I got a Southside Fade for you today, something totally different. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get to it. Alright guys, we'll jump right in. This guy is a barber from about 2 hours from me. He asked if he could come over, check out the shop, kind of see what we had going on. Asked if I cut his hair, and he didn't really need a haircut, so he said he likes it really bald. He usually cuts his own, so he wanted a Southside Fade with just the front edge up. So I thought it'd be an interesting video for you guys. We're gonna go in real quick though and touch the beard up before we move on to the fade. So this is a number 2 guard on my wall, cordless senior with the Andis blade. I'm gonna go down with the grain first and blend into the length. Now I'm coming up against the grain. Now we're gonna go up to a 1 guard open, and we're gonna work that. We're gonna start to fade that up into the sideburn. So going across the top of his line was pushed down quite a bit. So I was trying to fade it out and see if I could raise that line a little bit, but you guys can see it's pretty much bald right above where I'm at. So we did the 2, then the 1. Now I'm gonna open clipper, and I worked that sideburn part going up to his ear from open to close. To blend that all the way out. So we're gonna go in and start our first guideline. For those of you who don't know, a Southside Fade is gonna be majority of the head is gonna be bald. You can see I'm gonna start at the bottom of the front vertical bar and go up to his crown area. So we're gonna go ahead and bald all that out, and then we'll come in with our shaver and bald the rest of that out. Now guys, I filmed the first half of this haircut accidentally in slow-mo, so I don't have the first half. Unfortunately, we only have this view, but I want you guys just to understand the concept of how we're gonna go about doing a Southside Fade. Now, since most of this fading is going to be on top of his head, it's going to be a little bit tough for you guys to see, but I just want you to understand the process that we're doing to get the end result here. So the top of his head is already an open 1 guard, so we're basically going to fade down, but of course it's not going to be down because it's on top of his head. So right now I have a 1 guard halfway open, and I'm just starting to work my way towards the guideline that we set. So the front of his hairline is going to be an open 1, and now I'll work my way. Of course, the hair is growing forward, so I have to cut against the grain, especially on this texture of hair. So I'm just working my way in the same shape of the guideline with the half open 1. Then we'll close it up. We'll go a little bit further out, and then as we get close to the guideline, we'll start with our open section. So again, guys, it's going to be the same steps as we always do. I am going to fade down just because of the shape of this haircut and the way that the hair is growing. So if you look real close here, you can see that we've already faded from an open 1 to a closed 1, kind of around his back corner of his hairline. You guys can see we have about 1.5 inch band left between the closed 1 and the bald line, and that's where we'll do our open section. So no different really than a traditional fade, just a different shape, different direction. This is just an interesting haircut, and I thought I would bring it to you guys. So now we're coming in with a 0 guard, and we're gonna start to work towards the back of that section. So once I get towards the back, then we'll take the guard off and work our way towards the bald guideline. So you guys can see we have a fade from front to back, and you can still see it's dark around the guideline. And we'll just keep working until we get all the way to the bald guideline. And this is another haircut, guys, that once it's established, we'll go back in and we will clean it up. So you guys can see what's left is about a half open clipper. So I'm gonna go through that. Again, we need to go against the grain of the hair. So you can see I'm moving my clipper in a bunch of different angles. And the last guideline we have will be from the Slimline to the closed clipper. And then once that's established, we're just gonna look at it. We'll go through and make sure there's not any spots. And like I said, I know it's hard for you guys to see, but I hope you understand we basically just faded down. I say faded down, but we faded from the front of his hairline around in the shape of the same guideline that we set. And you guys can see now we have a dark hairline at the front, and then it fades out to bald. So I'm gonna come back with my trimmer. These are the Gamma Absolute hitters, and I'm gonna work this between my trimmer guideline and my shaver guideline. And these are a little bit sharper than my Slimlines, so that's really gonna help clean up that bald guideline. But you can see that came together. Now I'm just gonna touch it up. So I'm coming in with an open clipper. We're just gonna touch up any spots between these sections, you know, that doesn't look nice and smooth. just like normal, guys. We work our way back down until we're happy with it. Now we'll move on to the edge up. So I'm gonna go ahead and give him a front edge up. Then we'll come in with some enhancements. You guys can see he does have quite a recession in the corners. So I'm gonna try not to push it back very much, but we wanna get him sharp. You know, I was really trying to bless this guy. Like I said, he's from about 2 hours away. He just wanted to come check out the shop. He had found me on YouTube and Instagram. Just wanted to come see, you know, what somebody in Kentucky was doing. I had a little bit of trouble. I didn't want to push his line back, but it was so light, so I'm going to spray just a little bit of hair fibers. And really, guys, this is going to cling to the hair, and it's going to show me where to edge it up. I'm going to end up brushing these off after, but this is kind of a trick to show you where to line it up. So now I can see the hairline a lot darker. Like I said, it's going to cling to the hair and show me where the edge of hair is, and I'm able to go in and get a nice sharp line. And because the fibers wash off so much worse, I am going to brush these off as soon as I get the line established. Then I'll come in with some no drip, and we'll give them a little bit more permanent of an enhancement. Yeah, my guy was tripping, guys. He's, you know, you guys hear me say I'm from a pretty small town in Kentucky. My city is about 60,000. He's from another town that's even smaller than that. So he definitely hadn't seen much like this. Never had enhancement on his hairline. To be honest, he went home, he washed it out, he sent it to me and said, man, this is the best haircut I had. He's like, I'm a natural guy, so I washed the enhancement off. And you guys know that's kind of an argument back and forth always. But we're gonna go in here with some no drip. This is the Tomb45 black brown. We're gonna use the enhancement card, and we're just gonna enhance his front hairline. This is the Beam Team XL. You guys know I finally got my hands on it, and it's a great addition. I do like it being cordless. I can charge it on my mat at the same time. You guys see, we're just gonna go in. We're gonna give him a light edge up, just to enhance his lineup, make it a little bit sharper, and then we will go in and do the beard as well. And that's a little trick right there if you guys saw. If you ever sprayed a little bit too dark, while it's still wet, sometimes you can brush it a little bit and it will lighten up, it'll brush in and kind of blend in. So that's a little trick for you guys that are trying to learn enhancements. Just keep your brush handy, and if you spray it a little bit dark, just kind of brush it in, and that will clean it up a little bit. So you guys see, we just work our way across. We have the line you can see from where we edged him up. We're just gonna enhance it a little bit, then we'll move on to the beard. For those of you who don't know this haircut, the Southside Fade, guys, really the idea here is that you only have an edge up. You're really not gonna have hair anywhere else. It's gonna just appear to have an edge up, and then the rest is gonna fade out. Honestly, he probably would have liked me to take this even further than I did. So you guys see I kind of faded just up to his crown. This is definitely a different haircut, nothing I've done very often. But I think it turned out pretty dope. So we'll go in here on the beard, and we're gonna enhance the beard a little bit. So I'm gonna use my card just the same way. I'll use the flat edge on the flat part of the beard, and when I get to the C-cup, you'll be able to see it a little bit better on the other side. When I get to where it curves up to the C-cup, I will use the curve and get us a nice perfect curve. And if you guys still haven't copped one of these enhancement cards, head over to Seancutshair.com and grab you one. I promise if you do enhancements, you won't be let down. You guys see I just placed the curve where I want it and hit that line a little bit, and then I haven't edged this up yet. We will come in after the enhancement where I can see where I want the line, and I'll clean it up then. I'm basically going to just use the razor to clean this up, so I'm going to go ahead and edge up around the sides. I'm going to go ahead and get the hair off his cheek so I can come in with the razor and get that line nice and sharp. I'm just going to go ahead and freehand with my Gamma Absolute hitters, clean up the bottom of the beard a little bit. He didn't want much length off, but he told me I could do what I wanted just to clean him up. So, you know, like I said, I was trying to bless my guy while he was in town. He was super stoked to be there, to see the shop and to meet me and whatnot. So, went ahead and went in on him. This is a different haircut. Thought I'd record it, and here it is. Alright guys, there's the before. You can see just kind of an all even. The beard's grown out. Definitely didn't really need a cut, but nothing sharp about it. There's the finished cut, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this haircut, please give me that thumbs up. Leave me a comment down below. Let me know what you think. If you guys aren't subscribed, of course, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. I'm dropping 3 videos a week. You already know. But I hope you guys like this cut. I enjoyed it, something different. But anyway, appreciate you guys watching, and I'll catch you guys next time.